I'm still on my mission to be the best player that I can be one of the best players in the world. I haven't won a major in almost 15 years. You know, I really want to contend in majors. That's high, number one on my list. I've won 3 years in a row. I'd like to make that 4 years in a row. But I really want to be looked at as one of the best players in the world. You know, me being the Ryder Cup captain doesn't have anything to do with that. I still feel like I'm in the prime of my career, playing the best golf I've ever played, and I want to keep building on that. It's really good. I mean, I went a long time without winning, so you know, I've really tried at this point in my career to enjoy things more, and like when I'm in the final group at BMW or Hartford or whatever, I look around and like take stuff in. I tried to do that at President's Cup, especially on Sunday. I really am trying to like remember the feeling, remember how nervous I was, remember what it was like to walk out of the locker room for the last time, maybe at the President's Cup. Stuff like that. I've just really tried to enjoy the ups of the golf world. I really regret early in my career, I regret a lot of things. I regret not enjoying the process more. I mean, I won the PGA Championship and the trophy was in my closet. Like I just like, it wasn't, I was on to the next thing. I didn't take the time to cultivate many relationships, and I felt like, I've been over this a ton, but I felt like everybody was my enemy. I felt like it was me against the world. And I look at this generation now, and they're all like best friends, and I just think that's incredible. And they're not inside the ropes. They want to beat each other. That was my thought process. Was like, I can't be friends with this guy that I'm going to be playing against. And I always would come up with things in my head that they thought I was terrible or whatever, like made it up, and I believed it. But these guys have a different outlook on life. Like I say this a lot, but for Scotty Scheffler, Xander, the top players in the world, it's really hard to be that good at something and be that nice. Like, you have to have such a killer instinct to be the best in the world at golf or business. And these guys are like the nicest, most friendly. Like Xander is like, he's such a laid back guy. And then you get him out in the golf course and he's just a killer. And it's just, they're going to live a much happier life than out here than the guys in the 80s did, than I did. But they are really competitive with each other. Like, I think it can get a little uncomfortable for sure, because I'm at the President's Cup, and we're getting ready to go for the opening ceremonies or whatever, and I'm standing there with Sam, Scotty, Xander, and Colin. And I'm looking at this group of guys, and I'm thinking, these four guys are going to be basically playing against each other all year long for majors, for history, for legacy, and they're like joking around. They're like best friends. And I know that this group here is going to have a lot to say in the future of golf. And I just thought it was great. So probably 4 or 5 years ago, I really wanted to make another team. Really wanted to play, and I felt like I was getting passed over a few times, and I really had to think this probably could be my fault. I wasn't making much of an effort to get to know the guys, for them to get to know me, and also came with trying to enjoy. When you go through such a horrible stretch in your career, you really appreciate the good times a lot more. And so I promised myself, like, if I get back to this level, I want to enjoy it more. And so I decided, I was going to make more of an effort to show. And part of doing the Netflix series was to have people see the real side of me. It's tough for me to be myself at a tournament. I'm an anxious, nervous guy, so it's tough sometimes.